welcome back. Today I'm teaching you how to make arepas. Arepas are a typical Venezuelan dish. Some people like to call it Venezuelan street food, but if you were born and raised in Venezuela like Carlos and I were, you've been eating these since you could eat solid foods. They're so easy to make. They're vegan by default and gluten-free. And then we're gonna fill it up with delicious fillings. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love these. This is the flour that we're going to use to make our arepas. It's pre-cooked white maize flour or white corn flour, but it's very different from what you would find as just plain corn flour or cornmeal. This is pre-cooked and you'll usually find it in this brand, but there are other brands available. As long as it says pre-cooked white maize flour or pre-cooked white corn flour, you're good to go. And this is the traditional one that we used to get in Venezuela. You can use what you can find. You can find it pretty much anywhere these days. And we're gonna start by just adding some water to a bowl. This recipe is amazing because it only requires 3 ingredients to make the arepas themselves, and then you can, make up all of the fillings that you might like. But 3 ingredients, how good is that? We're gonna add some salt. What I like to do is just swirl it in the water a little bit. Make sure that the salt gets really well incorporated into all of our flour. Next, we add the flour right in there. Let's make sure that it's incorporated into the water, and this flour is gonna swell up and absorb that liquid. So we're gonna let it rest just for a couple of minutes, and then we start kneading so that we get a soft dough. Now I just waited for a minute and this already has that amazing texture, and I'm just kneading to get it all incorporated, and this is the texture that you want. I don't know any Venezuelans that actually measure out this recipe because we're so used to the texture that we just keep adding water or that flour until we have it. And I'm providing amounts, of course, because it's gonna be maybe the first time many of you are making it. So once you have this very soft texture that kind of holds together, that means it's ready. And we're going to divide this amount into 4 medium-sized arepas, and we're gonna grab a non-stick pan. We're gonna heat a non-stick pan on high to begin with, and we're gonna add some spray oil, or just wipe some oil with a paper towel. Repeat the process with your remaining arepas, and we're gonna start, like I said, on high heat, but once all of them are on that pan, we're gonna lower to medium heat, and we're gonna cook for 5 minutes per side approximately, or until you see that the first side is golden. We flip and we cook it on the remaining side. Once your arepas are golden brown on both sides, we're ready to fill these up. Now, my favorite fillings for arepas are some tomatoes, sliced tomatoes, some avocado. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of salt to season them. And of course, one of the most traditional fillings is some cheese. We're using non-dairy cheese. This is Violife cheese, which I've grated because that's kind of the traditional way. You can also use slices. And traditionally in arepas, the filling is actually a lot. These are supposed to kind of be overflowing with those fillings. Some people like to scrape a little bit of the dough from the inside of the arepas. Some people like them thick, and some people like them with a little pat of non-dairy butter. Some like it without. You have to find what you like.